Caseus. Clone Wars Chronicles. Part 3. Deserters. As the escape pod flew out into the empty darkness of space, Click-Clack looked out the viewport with a scowl before turning back to Bottlecap, who was busy grappling with Scrum. "Stop fighting!" The two stopped and looked at Click-Clack, who held the sides of his head in frustration. "Great. Just great. Way to go, Cap. Now where the hell are we going?" "You're blaming me for this? You're the one who launched it." "No, it was Scrum." "No, I didn't. Bottlecap is the one who launched us. Doesn't matter now anyway. Look!" Scrum pointed to the navigation screen. "There's no systems anywhere near us. We'll end up drifting until they find us. If they find us. Even if they do, we're as good as gone. We can kiss our lives as soldiers goodbye. Couldn't make it a single week without screwing everything up, could we? We just had to prove the instructors back home right." Bottlecap sighed and sat down with his hands on his knees, as Scrum looked out of the pod window into the expanse of empty blackness. "Where do you think we'll end up?" "Does it matter at this point?" "Well, excuse me if I don't want to wind up on some weird backwater world full of flesh-eating bacteria or something." Click-Clack sighed and checked the communication relay. "Comms are offline. Must be too much interference out here. Nothing to do now but wait." On board the Caledon, Master Takai walked onto the bridge.
"Anything?"
"We're trying. We managed to catch on to their trail. But with all the asteroids in the area, we can't pin down where the pod is going."
"Transmit their signal to my comlink. I'm going after them."
"General, I don't know if that's a good idea. At the rate they're going, they could collide with an asteroid or—"
"Spare me the details, Lieutenant. Tell Captain Krieger to keep the Caledon on its charted course and wait for orders."
"Yes, General, but—"
"No buts, Lieutenant. Something tells me there's more to this situation than a case of desertion. If Caseus asks, tell him I won't be long and to keep things in order here until I return."
"Yes, General." Master Takai left the bridge and made her way to the hangar and over to a transport craft. Master Takai turned to a green-painted R3 unit as it rolled towards her.
"R3, you're coming with me. I'm sure Caseus won't mind if I borrow you for a bit. I'll need your help navigating this craft."
R3 beeped and followed her into the craft as the Jedi Master took a seat and inserted the data chip from her comlink into the computer. A holomap soon flickered to life as she looked at the trail left by the escape pod.
"Okay, R3, let's go sort this mess out."
The craft took off from the hangar and flew out into space. Inside the pod, Scrum looked out of the viewport as they slowly glided past a few asteroids. "This isn't good. Our current path is taking us right towards an asteroid field. We'll get pulverized out here." "We aren't going to get pulverized. We can use the propulsion system to steer away from any incoming debris." "How do you know that?" "Well, one of us paid attention when studying the Venator crafts. Look, if we angle the drag fins and use the jets, we can steer away from the asteroids and we're in the clear. And waste fuel this thing doesn't have." Click-Clack looked at Bottlecap. "Not if we use them in short bursts. And once we're clear of the asteroids, we can get the navigation setting working and find out where we are." Keeping his eyes on the asteroids, Click-Clack carefully angled the jets upward as they approached a cluster of the flying rocks. "We've got some, Scrum. When I give the signal, tap on the green button on the control terminal next to you. Ready? Ready. Now!" Scrum quickly tapped the switch as a burst of fire came from the jets, sending them downward towards another asteroid. "Again!" Scrum tapped it again as Click-Clack angled the jets to the left and sent them out of harm's way. Bottlecap stood and pointed as two more asteroids crept closer. "Two more! Look! Scrum, hit it!" Scrum hit the button once more as the pod burst between the two asteroids and sent them hurtling forward. "We've got more coming. We're low on fuel as it is. We can't keep this up for long. I think I see an opening. If we can get past this cluster, we'll be out of the field." Click-Clack kept his hands on the system controls. "Okay, Scrum. When I give the signal, press down and don't let go until I say, 'Got it? Got it!'" Click-Clack's eyes narrowed as they approached the cluster of asteroids. "Now!" Scrum pressed down hard as Click-Clack angled the jets back and forth as the pod flew over, around, and under a few more asteroids when the jets began to sputter. "We're running on fumes, Clack!" One more boost. Come on! Scrum hit the button once more as they cleared the final asteroid and hurtled downward. Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Bottlecap let out a chuckle. Way to go, boys! Guys, the navigation systems are online! Any word on the comms? Click-clack checked the communication relay. No, still dead. The good news is we at least know where we are. Looks like we're approaching a system. What system? Click-clack tapped the screen a few times. It looks like... Caseus. Scrum, any more fuel? Maybe. Enough for one quick burst. Okay then. Hit it, and let's get ready to land. Scrum smacked the switch as a single burst of the jets sent them forward towards the surface of the planet. Inside the transport, Master Takai was following the pod's signal and checking the map.
R3, keep scanning for those asteroids, and make sure you're keeping an eye out for the pod. If they crashed, I hope it was quick.
As she navigated the transport, the comm system began to beep. Answering it, she was met with a hologram of Caseus. You know, not that I don't mind having a bit of time to myself, but it would be nice if you told me before you went off on a search and rescue.
Just keep things in order on the Caledon. They couldn't have gotten far.
Master, we could have sent out a search team to bring them in and deal with them.
I'm not going after them to deal with them. I'm going to bring them back so we can work through this problem.
Master, what is your endgame here? We're already behind schedule, and those three have been nothing but trouble since they arrived.
Have a little faith, Caseus. Trust that your master knows what she's doing.
The transmission began to cut out as Caseus looked to her. I trust you, Master. Hurry back, though. The last thing I need is a scolding from Master Windu. The transmission cut out as they reached the asteroid field.
R3, any sign of them? Well, hopefully that means they didn't crash. Let's keep on their trail. I don't know. If they manage to evade these asteroids in an escape pod, I think they have a chance.
On Caseus, the pod made its approach before making an abrupt landing in a large valley. Climbing out, Bottlecap stretched and grabbed his gear. Cap, where you going? Well, I'm not sticking around here. That's for sure. I'm gonna find a settlement or town nearby. See where the nearest starport is. Cap, you don't know your way around. You're just gonna get lost. Says you. If you and Scrummy want to tag along, then hurry up. We need to stay here and wait for assistance from... Hey, don't ignore me! Ugh. Scrum, any luck? Nothing. We're too far out of range to send a distress signal. Fine. Activate the homing beacon so they can find us if they come looking here. And hurry up. We gotta stick together. Right. Which one is the homing beacon? Console controls. Enter code 72653. Okay. Got it. Great. Come on. Let's catch up with Cap.